BC Sportsplex on the beautiful Tsuut'ina Nation. As your host, the Calgary Shamrocks organization is proud to welcome the best junior lacrosse players from across the country to Calgary. This evening's game features the Alberta champion Mountainview Mavericks facing off against the Nova Scotia Pioneers. At this time, we please ask you that you rise if you're able and remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
In the spirit of respect, reciprocity, and truth, we honor and acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the peoples of Treaty 7, including the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprising of the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Goodstoney First Nations. The city of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Districts 5 and 6. This land has long been a gathering place for many Indigenous peoples. We recognize and honor all nations, Indigenous and non-Indigenous, who live, work, and play here, and who continue to care for and enrich this territory. We have finally made it to our nightcap. It's the final game of the round-robin stage of the 2025 Founders Cup, and it's BC Sports TV coming to you live from the Wolf Automotive broadcast booth. Celebrating over 100 years serving Alberta drivers. Wolf Calgary Chevrolet GMC Buick at 768 101 Street Southwest, right off Stoney Trail. Same ownership, new dealerships, and home of the Oil Change for Life program. It's the Mountainview Mavericks and the Nova Scotia Privateers. It'll be Alex Swan in between the pipes for the Mavericks. At the other end, it's going to be Keegan Horn. For the most part, the matchups tomorrow are pretty well settled. From my understanding, the Privateers would need to win by about 20 goals, or 18, I think was the number I heard, if they have any hope. So the important thing to remember is that there is some possibility where they make their way into a semifinal game, but do they ever need a miracle? They've lost both their games so far, 18-3 versus Seneca, and then 20-6 yesterday versus the Ganawage Hunters. But as the well-known phrase from Dumb and Dumber goes, so you're telling me there's a chance. Nova Scotia with the first offensive set of the game as well. McKay dishes across, there's a man open on the crease, actually two of them inside, scores! Oh, baby! You think the Privateers have some motivation? Wow, Cameron Waite with two options down low on the crease. End up with the right call is the man who wears 2, Cameron Waite. Gives Nova Scotia their first lead. On pace for a 60-0 win, my statistician has let me know. Cameron Waite's first goal of the tournament. Mavericks are a little short-handed in this game. Most notably, Hayden Sutherland is out of the lineup, as well Jace Delinsky. But still plenty of offensive candidates, and the Privateers look like they want to go once again. Maloney couldn't quite pull the trigger, decides to dish for the lefties to go to work. Amundsen tries to tie us up in man, and Swan makes a stretching right arm save. Mavericks have yet to cross center. That's going to change in just a moment. Mavericks with an even 1-1 record after their dramatic win last night versus Seneca. 10-9 was the final. It was a last-minute goal on the power play by Sardiston. And that kick-started the winning ways for the Mavericks, or at least they'll hope so. The Pool A standings are locked in, as it's been mostly Pool B games today, aside from the first one this morning between Coquitlam and Queen City. But it's the Adnacks who finished first of their pool with a 3-0 record. And they're going to face off likely against the Mavericks tomorrow. I'm not sure if that's 100% locked in. I mean, the result of this one could change that. And the Privateers are certainly going to have something to say, as there's a shot through, tied up at 1. Cameron Wallace was a machine for this Mavericks squad yesterday. You can see him just using his size to his advantage, dropping the shoulder into the defender and then just hammering one past Horn. It's the players that are able to initiate the contact offensively. Sometimes you just catch your defender a little bit by surprise. I think that's kind of what we saw right there on the drive, and eventually the finish from Cameron Wallace. Back to even. Mavericks want to run. This is a team that loves their transition chances. Couldn't quite get one there. Brendan Harnack was knocked down through the crease, and the Privateers will end up giving it back. Everybody is banged up in a tournament like this, but the Mavericks might be more than anybody else. But still, just gutting their way through this final game of the round robin stage. Was able to talk to, Jace Victoria drops his shoulder. He'll shoot with a bouncer that is wide of the goal. But was able to talk to somebody from the Mavericks side ahead of this game. And I made a comment of, is this a game that you really need to play your stars for? Like, how do you feel about this one coming in? And they said, no, we want to win. We want to make sure we secure our own fate here. And I think that means we're going to see a well-motivated Mavericks group. It always starts in their warm-ups with those chants as they go through their stretches and their shoot-around. And then their starting lineup kind of has a tunnel to run through when they enter the floor ahead of the opening game announcements. Remains 1-1. Here is the hero from yesterday, Sardiston. Goes over to Wallace. He'll drive, shoot again, and this time it goes off the inside of the post. Almost his second and almost the first lead of the game for the Mavericks. Privateers, though, have a chance to go in the other direction as Petit will shoot. Kick save by Swan. Alex Swan comes into this game with a .782 save percentage. He was good late yesterday when they needed him most. Pancho will head off. We'll check that he's going to stay and play this shift. Working off ball. Victoria has room. Heel tuck, lane to the goal. Glove save. Stick side, though, by Horn. Punches it back to the perimeter. The Mavericks able to retain. There's a piece of loose gear down on the turf at the moment. Not quite sure what it is, but play on. Scores! And no, it goes off the post. Oh, that was close. Let's get a look at the behind the net cam there from the wrong side. Oh boy, that is as close as it gets. And then I believe it was Holloway who came over with that long reach. Pulls it off the goal line at the last moment. Close call at the Privateers' end of the floor. Mavericks swarm the loose ball. Take it back now as we just about to go 6 minutes through the opening frame in this 1-1 game between the Mavericks and the Privateers. Final game and final day of the round robin stage. The semifinals get underway tomorrow. What a rip that was. Mason Schroeder. Take a look at this shot. Fakes the pass, takes his room, and just absolutely rips one home. There's different ways that guys can use their size to their advantage. Oftentimes you see it in the form of muscling through a defense. But Mason Schroeder uses his size to get extra leverage on that shot and just hammers it home for his first of the Founders. Mavericks in front for the first time in this game. All the way looking for a target. He'll lob it ahead to Monroe. In some trouble though, spins away from the pressure of Pancho. Nice hands though to be able to receive that pretty well as Jacob Kennedy with it. He'll get to the high side and dish down low, and the ball is dislodged. Here comes the speedster, Grayson Amundsen. Long pass ahead. It got through somehow. Scores! Oh boy. How did that pass make its way through? Let's take a look and find out. Amundsen sends it the length. It goes through the defender. And then Harnack does the rest. This is going to be the look you want to see. Oh. A defender's nightmare, a goal scorer's dream. Brendan Harnack now joins Schroeder in collecting their first of the tournament. Sardison waits for the screen, shoots quickly over the defender, reaching for his own rebound, missed it, but it's retained. Falls right to Bosomworth, and now a delayed call coming up against the Privateers. It'll be the first power play of the game, and it will go to the Mavericks. Winter, summer, your comfort starts with Coba HVAC. With installs, maintenance, and repairs, Coba keeps Calgarians cool, cozy, and comfortable all year long. Trust the experts in commercial heating, ventilation, and cooling. Coba HVAC, we bang harder. Well, the power play has been a bit of a struggle for the Mavericks throughout this tournament, but they got a big one last night and ended up being the game winner. As they say, they don't ask how, they ask how many, just like that. 1 for 1, and it's 4-1. Same spot as the goal from Schroeder. Just up top, not a lot of movement, but room to shoot and then past the stick side of Horn. Mavericks kicked off this tournament in about as tough of a scenario as you could ask for, going up against the favorites in the Founders, the Ganawake Hunters, and they gave them a good show. 13-9 was the final, but that was a back and forth game the entire way through. But still came out of that one in the loss category. Then they get the day off and they rebound yesterday after a full day to think about that game against the Hunters. It wasn't the cleanest match against Seneca, but able to turn it on when it mattered most, including late. And early in this one, they've turned it on already. It's now 5-1, another shot from downtown. Schroeder will send the pass over, and then Again, just a shot around the body. I'm not sure how many of these Horn has seen, and not sure if he's going to see any more. He's heading off to the bench. He'll be replaced by Zachary Malcolm. Malcolm just getting his gear figured out and will make his way. Oh, look out. Almost taken down by the turf monster. But Zachary Malcolm now into this game.
First of the tournament, scored by number 20, Carter Mitchelluk.
So that is the announcement of the 4-1 goal from Mitchelluk. Maybe another, scores. Malcolm thrown to the wolves a little bit here. First shot he's seen with the Mavericks, feeling it. I believe that was Blair Bosworth. I'll wait for the official call there, but it's now a 6-1 game. Oh, look out here. Cameron Wallace takes a couple of extra slashes. Now he'll get the pass. Has a goal in this period. Goes towards the net and scores, but it's going to be waved off due to the crease violation.
Fifth goal, his second of the tournament, scored by number 24, Jordan Benko.
Jordan Benko gets the announcement of the goal, and we're still not caught up on those goal announcements, folks. Scores. Well, Nixon, Boucher. PA announcer's never going to be able to catch up at this point. Amundsen was the one who started this play at the near side, sending it back over to Nixon off that swim move, and then, yeah, it's now 7-1.
Mavericks' sixth goal, his first of the tournament, scored by number 44, Blair Bosworth. Assisted by number 6.
So confirmed it was Blair Bosworth who made this a 6-1 game. A couple moments later, Nixon Boucher. Here's Jace Victoria. Does he want to get into the action? Still looking for his first of the tournament.
His first of the tournament by number 79, Nixon Boucher. That goal is unassisted.
Back to the outside on a wide shot. Shot clock will expire. And the Privateers having a bit of a hard time getting over that center line due to some pressure. There's a man streaking off, ball open, but Mavericks able to close that gap quickly. Swan with his first test in a while, keeps his stick down. Privateers want to go for a full press, and why not at this point? Just anything you can to try to get things back in your favor. They were up 1-0 to start this game before the Mavericks got their offense rolling. Around the corner, shot wide. Into the corner boards. Bit of a spin move by Liam Steele. Steps into one from distance, also wide. Here's Mitchelluk. Last second, lost the handle before he could shoot. And we're going to get a quick media timeout. Good chance to tell you about our friends at Wolf Automotive Group, formerly GSL Chev City, proud sponsors of the 2025 Founders Cup. Visit our brand new dealership right off Stony Trail and Old Banff Coach Road. So again, just to go down the scenarios that appear to be more or less locked in through all the round robin action at Pool A. Coquitlam sits atop with a perfect 3-0 record. Calgary slots in second, 1-2. The same record as Queen City, who also finished 1-2 but dropped down to third. They had a chance to finish first if they had been able to beat Coquitlam this morning, but Instead, they'll settle for third through the round robin, and St. John, also with a 1-2 record, they slide down to fourth due to the tiebreaker formula. And then over in the B pool, the Hunters lock in a perfect record on their side. They'll sit top place with a 3-0 spot. I mean, the Mavericks still have to get through this one, but they've kick-started their way towards a future that a 2-1 record seems realistic. And remember, this is a motivated group. They want to get themselves going here, heading towards a semifinal. Seneca is going to finish with a 1-2 record after their loss in the midday matchup against the Hunters. And Nova Scotia here, the opposing team of the Mavericks, still looking for their first win of the Founders. If they drop this one, they will finish in fourth. 0-3, Swan makes a stick save. So what all that means is that if we're living in a world where we are assuming that the Mavericks win this game, the semifinal matchups tomorrow would be Coquitlam versus these Mavericks, and then the late one at 8 p.m. would be the start time, would be the Hunters versus the Shamrocks. Queen City would face off in the first game of the day at 10 a.m. It's going to be an early one tomorrow, versus this Nova Scotia team. And the second game of the day would be Seneca versus St. John. There is a penalty being called here. It will go against the Privateers, unsportsmanlike, as Petit is going to get teed up. Mountainview already 1 for 1 on the power play. They got onto the score sheet in that category quickly into their last chance. Mitchelluk is going to quarterback the man-up unit. Jace Victoria flanks on the near side. Sardiston. Shot through, and that'll be saved by Malcolm. Check that, it was Braden Sinclair rather than Sardiston. Holloway gets a heavy screen set by his captain, Chris Bungie. Holloway still with it. Drops down to one hand. Avoiding the check of Sinclair. Holloway still with it. Does he want to go towards the goal? He'll shovel one back across the body of Swan. Does not end up having to make a save. And check that. It's Brady Evanson in the goal right now for the Mavericks. All right, so a couple of goaltending changes. Zachary Malcolm is in for the Privateers. Brady Evanson in for the Mavericks. Seven 7-1 the Mavs lead. 7:24 to play. 52 seconds left on their power play. Slow double team coming in. It's Amundsen. Man, can he ever fly. Pass through the middle is a good one. Scores! It'll be a shorty. And the Privateers get one back. With the pressure on. How about the pass through the middle? Big contact with the goaltender. Unfortunately for the Mavericks, though, is from one of their own defenders. Cameron Waite, who has the first Privateers goal.
Privateers goal scored short-handed.
Just gets over the center line.
The tournament by number 89,
Cohen Conrad gets his first of the tournament.
Time of the goal, 7:18 in the first period. That's Conrad for McDonald at 7:18.
Evanson makes the save there, denying Kennedy of what would have been his second of the Founders Cup. Penalty just about over, so the Mavericks are going to be 1 for 2 on the man advantage in this game. Privateers penalty killing was up to 6 for 16 coming into this one. It'll now now be 7 for 18 after they get a good kill. And credit to the Mavericks here as well. I mean, despite being up, it is just a 5-goal deficit. But still, despite being up 7-2, their pressure is relentless here. As soon as the Privateers get it on their own side of center, the pressure immediately mounts at that center line. Mavericks will take it back. It's a 2-on-1. Pass was in and out of the stick of Grayson Amundsen. He's trying to dig it free in the corner, knocked down. And he's already got that right knee taped up. A little bit slow to get up, but will jog his way back towards his respective bench. Owen Cox feeds to the corner. Monroe to the goal. Evanson with the save. Close call, but the pass gets through. Mavericks a little too casual, though, coming out of their defensive end. Cox is battling for it. Can't come up with it, though. Sardiston now. He's got one defender to beat right now. If he wants the drive, he decides on the shot instead, and Malcolm drops down to a knee. And that ball will end up out of play. Last touching a Mavericks stick. Nixon Boucher playing a defensive role. He's got a goal in this period. Tries the wrap check. He's pushed off of his pass by Maloney. Room for the Privateers to go to work, but a better stick check. That's a nice bit of work from Lodermeyer. Eventually coming in is Sinclair. Under 5 minutes to play, 4.5 to be exact. Amundsen was really looking to push transition in their game yesterday versus Seneca. Haven't seen quite as much of that from him today. He did score 2 in that game. Riley Benko feeds far side, and Malcolm makes another save. I mean, he saw those 2 quick ones go by him early once he came into the game to replace that of Keegan Horn, but he's settled in here as of late. Without having any of the numbers in front of me, if I had to guess, I would say probably around 7 saves. In some limited minutes. Monroe to the crease, can't avoid it. Possession back to the Mavericks. Benko wants to stay for a shift of offense. Mitchelluk is out as well. William Steele is going to play an O-shift as Wallace with the one-handed hammer missed the net. And now he's just taking a quick breather down on his front side in the crease. Steele collects, swims around the first bit of pressure, drops down to his knees. Ian Benko will head off, or check that. Only Benko is going to make the motion towards the bench. Steele's going to stay. Sinclair with it. Tucks back underneath. One more spin. Passes to the perimeter. Steele. Far side feed is a good one. On the run. Nice move. Cutting back. Is this Amundsen out for an O-shift? Yes, and he shoots wide. Gives his man and Declan Petit an extra whack, and he's going to get called for it. Northern Mountain Bridge is Canada's leading provider of safe, temporary access. With the nation's largest fleet of mats and portable bridges, NMB keeps crews, equipment, and the environment protected on any terrain, in any season, coast to coast. Well, we've seen the Mavs on the power play in this game. We have not seen the Privateers yet. Until now, that is. 2 for 8 on the power play coming into this matchup. 7 for 13, though, for the penalty killers of the Mavericks. And their goaltender, Evanson, makes the first save of the set. Throws it ahead. And Pancho is going to run onto it. He's got another man off the bench, and it is Jace Victoria. Check that. It's Bosworth. 44, not 84. Oh, a nice move through to the middle. Better save by Malcolm. Showing off the hands was Drake May. He's got 2 in the tournament. Ball stays down. Steele with a nice pickup. Almost collected it straight into a toe drag. Keeps the possession alive, and the penalty is down under a minute now. .120 left in the first. Holloway, a stay-at-home defender, will get it back up to the power play and head off. That shot from Monroe goes wide. Now he's open in the middle. Pass doesn't come. Far side, they'll shoot at the shaft of Evanson's stick, and then the seam pass was picked off and then left behind. It's Privateers' possession again. 47 seconds left. The power play just about to expire. Amundsen standing in the penalty box. He'll come on to the floor, but the Privateers get one back again. It's not going to count as a power play marker, but it will count on the score sheet nonetheless. It's 7-3. Still in favor of the Mavericks, but the Privateers have scored 2 straight. Oh, just inside the post. Not a bad shot. Not bad at all with the defender as a screen. Yeah, that's a tough one to read for Evanson. Especially when it goes back to the glove side. As a lefty taking that shot, even with it being around a screen, I think the natural thought is that it's going to the stick side of Evanson. But those shooters are tight. That's enough for it to go back short side. 15 seconds remaining after the Mavericks just hit the post a moment ago. Chance for the Privateers. Again, a bouncer almost into the top corner while falling. Look out for Nova Scotia, folks. They're turning it on. Holloway using that catapult of a stick to fire one late. Would have cut the lead down to 3, but it remains, it cut the lead down to 3. Would have been 7-4. It'll remain 7-3 though through 20 minutes. The Mavericks came out flying, wavered a little bit at the end with the Privateers pushing. Both teams will regroup heading into the intermission. I will as well. It's our nightcap here. Final day of the round robin stage of the 2025 Founders Cup. You're watching BC Sports TV.
So in 2019, we went and visited a crypto mining site. We looked around. I said to myself, there's got to be a better way. My name is Chuck Lecuyer, founder of CS Corporation, home of the IntelliFlex line of product. At IntelliFlex, we're innovators. We design, build, deploy, and operate our system. We designed a system that is very easy to operate. We have industry-leading operation uptime and efficiency. Our product are UL certified. Quality is what we do. Every piece will have their own power distribution system, their own immersion tank, network system, pump, fans. Our clients that we have all have something in common, and they're looking for a high quality product that they could deploy as a modular system that is scalable. At IntelliFlex, our motto is start to finish.
Perfect Surfaces, Canada's leader in rubber flooring and specialty surfaces. From gyms to arenas, our premium rubber flooring is built to take a beating and keep going. Extremely durable, impact resistant, and engineered for high-performance spaces. Our floors are also non-slip, anti-fatigue, and easy to clean, designed to keep athletes safe and comfortable every step of the way. And we don't stop at sports. Transform your garage from plain to showroom ready with SnapGrid tiles. DIY friendly and easy to install, our garage floors handle cars, tools, and everyday life with ease. Step outside. Our interlocking deck and patio tiles bring new life to worn surfaces. Comfortable underfoot, slip resistant, and weather ready. Need more? We offer sport court tiles, playground surfaces, and specialty flooring solutions for every space. Whatever your project, we've got a floor for it.
Perfect Surfaces. You stand on it, we stand by it.
So in 2019, we went and visited a crypto mining site. We looked around. I said to myself, there's got to be a better way. My name is Chuck Lecuyer, founder of CS Corporation, home of the IntelliFlex line of product. At IntelliFlex, we're innovators. We design, build, deploy, and operate our system. We design a system that is very easy to operate. We have industry-leading operation uptime and efficiency. Our product are UL certified. Quality is what we do. Every piece will have their own power distribution system, their own immersion tank, network system, pump, fans. Our clients that we have all have something in common, and they're looking for a high quality product that they could deploy as a modular system that is scalable. At IntelliFlex, our motto is start to finish.
Well, the AC/DC has come on in the arena, and I've figured out by now, after 4 days of the Founders Cup, that means that we're ready for the face-off to start off a new period. Second period action between the Mavericks and the Privateers is underway. The Mavericks stormed out in the first period. DJ's going to let the music roll here? I thought we were doing Lacrosse Canada rules, fellas. The Mavericks stormed out and had a big lead in the first period. Mind you, they're still up by 4, but the Privateers, they're not going away quietly. 2 straight at the tail end of the first period. And I'm sure that was a message that was being relayed from head coach Trey Christensen in the Mavericks dressing room. Guys, we got a game to win here. Sardiston gets the shot through on Malcolm and scores. 34 seconds in, they're back on the scoreboard. It was the hero from yesterday, Sardiston. Nice move from the outside. Oh boy. That defender posterized to a degree. Oh yeah, that is a pretty one from Ryan Sardiston. Put him onto the score sheet and put the Mavericks back in front by 5. Wallace. Back feed. Hussenworth fires it wide, gets his own rebound.
The tournament scored by number 64, Orion Sardiston.
Hussenworth with the sidearm bouncer. That'll be stopped by Malcolm. If you missed any of the first period, Zachary Malcolm did not start this game, but he came in for Keegan Horn after the Mavericks were pouring it on, and the Privateers were just looking for anything to change the direction of the game. And they elected to go to a goaltender's switch. Malcolm with a .675 save percentage ahead of this matchup. Came in about halfway through the first period, if my memory serves me correctly. Cameron Wallace gets high side, dishes to the far, and Sardiston's got another. Two straight for the Mavericks. 2 straight for Sardiston. Much different than the last look. This time he decides to fire from that shooter spot. Turns out to be the right call. It's now 9-3. Oh, far side. Tough angle too when you have a goaltender that's playing deep onto their goal line. There's only a little bit of space to be able to throw that towards, and Sardiston made the most of it. Holloway runs into a booming body, and the ball is down near center.
Mavericks goal, his second of the game and 6th of the tournament, scored by number 64, Orion Sardiston. Assisted by number 23, Cameron
Ben Eisner to the near side to Ben McDonald. Can't get through, he'll try the pass. Oh, there was room on the one-timer. Monroe couldn't quite fire and then threw one at the last second. He rips the glove and stick away from his Mavericks defender before heading onto the bench. It's almost Matthew Tkachuk-esque. Blair Bosworth gets it to the lefties. Drive underneath, shot stopped by Malcolm. Mason Schroeder scored early in the first period. Could not beat the Privateers goaltender this time, although when he did score, it was Keegan Horn still in the goal. So a different matchup here against Zachary Malcolm, and Malcolm is going to have to stare down another shooter who scores on the run. Nixon Boucher gets his second of the night. A very similar looking start to this period as the Mavericks saw in the first. the Privateers calling a timeout here just to get a reset. See head coach Alex Bungie with an enthusiastic looking talk with his players. They put themselves in a pretty good spot at the end of the first period, I'll say that. I think it's safe to say there's a lot of people that would count them out going into a game like this. And when you look at some of the scores that they've seen previously, I already mentioned it, 18-3 and 20-6, where they're on the losing side of those. I understand where the thought is coming from, but all the players can take care of is the moment that's in front of them here. And at the end of the first period, this was just a 4-goal game, and they had scored the last 2 straight. You would hope that the group would be motivated coming into a second period, especially if you don't really have a super realistic chance of getting yourself into a semifinal. If I'm a player on that team, I'm saying, guys, let's play spoiler then. Let's give these guys a good show, or at the very least, a good run for their money. Still plenty of time to make some decisions here. But you just want to see a bit of pushback from the Nova Scotia representatives. Malcolm makes the stop, but it was a crease violation. Now trailing 10-3. After another one from Nixon Boucher, his second of the game, and it's another turnover at the other end of the floor. Here come the Privateers as Braden Sinclair finds Amundsen, and there's a big stop, and another one by Malcolm. 2 straight from the Privateers goaltender. The second one also in tight and in quick succession. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving in front of the crease. Zachary Malcolm, and he airmails it back to the Mavericks, who fire it wide. Potential breakaway feed. That wasn't quite on the money. Mavericks able to collect again. Jordan Benko will start off the transition. Does he want to stay and play an O shift? Looks like he will. Righty strong for the Mavericks. Amundsen's also going to stay and play. He's on his wrong side. Takes a peek back towards the middle. Dishes to the outside. On a spin, it's Schroeder in a lone. Great save by Malcolm. Rebound in front. It's knocked loose over to the half wall, and the Mavericks get it back. Now Riley Benko dishes, heads off. 19-91 Amundsen. Jordan Benko also changes. Amundsen will as well. Schroeder on the pass through to Michaluk, fired. Malcolm makes another save. Behind the net, Michaluk with it again, through the middle. Sardiston couldn't quite corral the pass. Almost had a look at his hat trick goal instead. His team will look back for some reverse transition. Look out for that gate there, folks. Another close one. Oh, ball goes high into the air, and it turns into a breakaway chance, but a great back-checking effort. How's that for some effort from McGregor Mills? That's a big defensive play. Privateers will go in the other direction. Cameron Bradbury. Bradbury heads off. Gives his man a bit of a head fake. Oh, there's a heavy screen set near center. Knocked down Harnack. He shakes it off and heads towards his team's bench. Slow change for the Mavericks, but back in the O zone with just under 14 minutes to play in the second period. That one hits Malcolm right between the eyes. Another heavy shot from Sardiston. Same spot he scored his last one from. Ball will roll towards Evanson. Gets his first touch in a little while, but sends it right back into the offense. Victoria. Schroeder. Stutter step move gets through. A right pad save by Malcolm. Now Schroeder mixing it up. He's going to get called on the play. And then he sends his man dangerously into the boards, and there's going to be 2 penalties on the play. Both of them to Mason Schroeder. That was dangerous. We're getting a quick look at the first one. There's Schroeder, and that one was for holding, I believe. And we're going to look at it on the Jumbotron in the arena. And yeah, not a time to be throwing a hit like that. Little unnecessary.
Mavericks penalty number 34, Mason Schrader, double minor for roughing. Time of the penalty 12:50 the second period. That's Schrader, double minor for roughing at 12:50.
Double minor for roughing. All right. Evanson makes a save at the other end. See, that I'm a little confused by that because, I mean, unless the original call in front of the Privateers crease was being called roughing, which I didn't think it would. I mean, I guess sure you could call it a roughing. I thought it was going to be a hold or maybe a high stick. But then the one in front of the penalty box, I don't know, that looks like a cross check or a board. And a double minor would imply that it was just one scenario where there was a penalty, no? Am I taking crazy pills here? It is the nightcap. Day 4, folks. Cameron Waite gets it back to Maloney. Pass through the middle, a twister. That's a nice save by Evanson. On the run goes Benko, denied by the right pad of Malcolm. Benko gets his own rebound, digs it free from the corner. So with that being a double minor, of course, 4 minutes on the board, but that goes down to 2.5 now after a good start to this penalty kill. Victoria, couple of moves. Spins underneath, swims in a reverse move, and his shot is picked off by Holloway. Long stride, long lacrosse stick, in alone, denied by Evanson. Killian Holloway. I would just like to see him reach around the goalie with that thing. Just one time. Sardiston with it. Dancing through the Roughnecks logo. Adaman cutting through, decides to maintain possession from the perimeter. Steele driving, a nice glove save by Malcolm, and the ball is chopped out of the defender's hands. There's Bradbury. Penalty clock goes down to 1:35. Bradbury gives his man a whack. Steele still with it. Nice job to avoid the center line. And then Liam Steele will put it in deep into the corner. We saw a situation in the game before this one between the Hunters and the War Chiefs. And our boy Cody Jansen made a good point of why you shouldn't dump the ball into the corner and why you should put it on net, because it turned into a pretty interesting rebound in front in which Cayman Daibo potted it home. And it's an interesting point. Oftentimes you see guys late in the clock, they'll wait. There's a shot off the glove of Evanson and in. I'll finish that point in a moment. Don't even really know if I have to. I think everybody knows where I'm going with it. Evanson got a huge piece of it off his fingers. Some extra bit of muscle on that out of the stick of Owen Cox. That'll be his second of the tournament. Gives his man a shot afterwards and looks right to his bench. Says, let's go, fellas. Well, 10-4, 9.5 to play. And that'll bring us back to even strength. So it will be a power play goal for the Privateers. They get one on the double minor, excuse me.
Privateers goal scored by number 11.
Sarsfield steps to the crease and then was next to collect. That'll bring us to a media timeout. And a good chance for us to tell you about Freehold Royalties, a uniquely positioned leading North American energy royalty company. Check them out, Freehold Royalties.
50-50 ticket number will net you a grand total of $536.50, the best pot of the tournament so far. It's an orange ticket. I think they're all orange, so that shouldn't matter. But the number is 667466. That's 667466. Please head down to the front as soon as possible to play.
Just scanning through the arena as the 50-50 announcement is being made. Waiting to see if there's anybody who stands up to chant if they're rich or not from a Founders Cup 50-50. Didn't see any immediate cheers. So, tough one. Don't forget, we're going to get back underway tomorrow. Feels weird seeing semifinal Friday. Used to saying semifinal Saturday, but of course the bronze medal game and the consolation game are going to be on Saturday, which means all the semifinals are going down tomorrow, and the championship games, I say games plural, because you have the Tier 2 final as well. That'll be the earlier of the two on Championship Sunday, 9:30 will be the start time of that one. And then, of course, the Founders Cup final will be at 1 p.m. local time. If it was not obvious, we're in Calgary, folks. Make note of that, 1 p.m. local time. But we're going to get underway tomorrow. We got a whole slate of games, 4 of them. The Mavericks go the other way in transition. We get underway 10 a.m., bright and early for myself and Cody. That game will go down between the Queen City Kings and potentially the Privateers. Next one will be at 1:15 between Seneca and St. John. And then the big-time semis get going after that. It'll be 100%, it'll be the Coquitlam Adnaks playing in the 4:30 game. Potentially, it'll be the Mavericks joining them for that date. And then the locked-in semifinal will be the nightcap. 8 p.m., the start time of that, between the Ganawake Hunters and the Calgary Shamrocks. It was looking dire for the Shamrocks after a couple of days through the Founders Cup, but they got a big win when it mattered most. And then a little bit of help as well, and that got them into the semifinal game. They're going to have their hands full with the Hunters tomorrow. But with a crowd behind them and an emotional squad that knows how to get a job done, they are certainly going to give the Hunters a pretty rough road, I would say. Trican, Canada's largest well service company, delivering hydraulic, fracturing, cementing, coiled tubing, and more across Western Canada's oil and gas industry. With unmatched expertise and a commitment to safety, efficiency, and the environment, Trican keeps energy flowing. 10-4, the Mavericks are in front, and they're going to go back to the power play. Already with a man-up goal in this game. 1 for 2 coming into this chance as Steele bats it away with one hand on his stick, ends up picking it up off the turf. Mitchell feeds far side. Wallace is in the middle. The big man wants the pass, but a shot from that far corner instead, and Malcolm able to make the save. Rebound falls in front. Here come the Privateers with numbers shorthanded as they cross center. Wait, tucks his stick, spins back due to some pressure, unable to send the pass forward, but important thing is to kill this penalty clock down with just under 7 minutes remaining in this second period. Healthy slash over on that far side. Then knocked down. Bit of a wrestling match on the turf. It will be Mavericks possession. Everybody trying to get free as Monroe gives his man an extra shove. An extra slash also. Pancho calmly separates. 40 seconds remaining in the Mavericks power play. Michaluk threatening to shoot. Skip feed is a good one. No looker is a good one as well. Wallace denied by Malcolm. Remains 10-4. The second half of periods have seemed to be the stronger for the Privateers. Again, go back to the first period in this game. Not a bad look in this second half of this second period as well. There's a big save at this end from Evanson. Declan Petit did some good job offensively speaking for this penalty killing unit. And they kill off the whole penalty. Ball is still loose. Mavericks will get it back and look to their settled offense to get the job done. Here comes Nova Scotia. Pass goes off a stick, but Ben Eisner keeps after it. Now Holloway, far side feed off the bench. Shot around a screen. That ricochets into the corner. Eisner, one of the assistant captains for this Nova Scotia squad. It's my understanding they're a bit of an all-star team from their league, with players selected from a variety of different teams, making their way over for the Founders Cup for another year. Scores! Jordan Benko gets the Mavericks back onto the board, now in front 11-4. Sold the defender. Brady Gugu gives a swipe of his stick, but Jordan Benko, yeah, there's that little tuck, and then the glove side finish on Malcolm. Benko's second of the game. Bragging rights right now over Riley Benko, I will say. Jordan with 2, Riley with 0 in this game.
Mavericks goal, his second in the game, scored by number 24, Jordan.
I have to imagine there's some family bragging rights on the line there.
That goal was unassisted at 4:52 in the second period. That's Benko, his second of the game and third of the tournament.
That pass just missed McDonald. Well, didn't quite miss him. Got him in the helmet. Unable to knock it down. Speed the other way. Amundsen was the intended receiver, but goes towards Malcolm in goal. Now airmail. Amundsen spins. He'll shoot, and Malcolm makes another save. Amundsen was knocked down in the crease. Everybody goes to their respective benches. Nice hands by Cohen Conrad. He had a goal back in the first period. Good job to knock that pass down, and then Waite sends it to the far side. Heavy shot from Finn St. Hilaire on his wrong side, but had a chance. He has been one of the feisty players for this Privateers team. Oftentimes when there is any kind of a skirmish involving Nova Scotia, Finn St. Hilaire is typically right in the mix, standing up for his guys, trying to keep them as motivated as possible and making sure that everybody knows they are not going to be pushed around in terms of the physical side of things. Now Petit takes a hit from behind, keeps his footing, and then pass missed his man. Fox, or check that, it was Owen Cox, excuse me. Unable to knock the pass down. Mavericks look for more. Steele has his stick knocked out of his hands. Yard sale down on the turf. And it's going to be possession Privateers. It's a good showing on the D end. Holloway tucks his stick back, sends a pass ahead. Bradbury dishes to his right. McDonald with it. Waits for the change to be finished off. Return feed to McDonald. Doesn't like the lane. He'll dish to the righties. Jab step and a screen set as well. Fired wide. Maloney couldn't quite get it. There was a member of the Mavericks who got knocked down to the turf. Back to his feet. Amundsen dishes across, and the shot is stopped by Malcolm. Long one forward. Brady Gugu couldn't reach it. Go out of play. Possession back to the Mavericks. Under 2 minutes remaining in the second period. A win from Mountain View locks them into a semifinal against the Coquitlam Adanacs tomorrow afternoon. Now the Privateers captain, Chris Bungie, looks back towards his center line. Waiting was Cameron Waite. Down the half wall, McDonald, nice move. Heel drive shot, stopped by Evanson. Evanson did not start this game. It was Alex Swan who has gotten the rest of the game off since about midway through the first period. Now running a gate for his team. It was a pretty dramatic end of the game yesterday for the Mavericks, and Alex Swan was right in the middle of that. There was almost a scrap at the end. He was quickly in to jump in to stand up for his defender. And then just ahead of the MVP ceremony, which he was named MVP, he had to rush off the floor for, needed some help. That's what I'll say. But he returned a couple of moments later. Pass across from Waite, shot wide. St. Hilaire grinding and pinned along the backboards. Tries to throw a cross check and he gets dumped aggressively and then goes right back at the Mavericks defender. And is St. Hilaire going to get a penalty out of this? I mean, I guess if it's the cross check after, then sure. But he got dumped in a pretty dangerous spot, kind of shoulder first into the boards. .29 seconds on the clock. It's another power play for Mountain View. Unable to score on their last one.
Privateers penalty to number 19, Finn St. Hilaire. 2 minutes of slashing. Time of the penalty.
Slashing is the call.
St. Hilaire, 2 minutes of slashing and 29 seconds in the second period.
Holloway just sends this forward. It'll be a shot from a sharp angle by Chris Bungie, and that's going to wind down the middle stanza. It's 11-4, the Mavericks lead over the Privateers. And they got one more period left to officially book their ticket into the semifinal against Coquitlam tomorrow afternoon. Let's see how the third period winds up here, shall we? Let's take a quick breather. You're watching the 2025 Founders Cup live on BC Sports TV. Back after this.
So in 2019, we went and visited a crypto mining site. We looked around. I said to myself, there's got to be a better way. My name is Chuck Lecubier, founder of CS Corporation, home of the IntelliFlex line of product. At IntelliFlex, we're innovators. We design, build, deploy, and operate our system. We designed a system that is very easy to operate. We have industry-leading operation uptime and efficiency. Our product are UL certified. Quality is what we do. Every piece will have their own power distribution system, their own immersion tank, network system, pump, fans. Our clients that we have all have something in common, and they're looking for a high quality product that they could deploy as a modular system that is scalable. At IntelliFlex, our motto is start to finish.
Perfect Surfaces, Canada's leader in rubber flooring and specialty surfaces. From gyms to arenas, our premium rubber flooring is built to take a beating and keep going. Extremely durable, impact resistant, and engineered for high-performance spaces. Our floors are also non-slip, anti-fatigue, and easy to clean, designed to keep athletes safe and comfortable every step of the way. And we don't stop at sports. Transform your garage from plain to showroom ready with SnapGrid tiles. DIY friendly and easy to install, our garage floors handle cars, tools, and everyday life with ease. Step outside. Our interlocking deck and patio tiles bring new life to worn surfaces. Comfortable underfoot, slip resistant, and weather ready. Need more? We offer sport court tiles, playground surfaces, and specialty flooring solutions for every space. Whatever your project, we've got a floor for it.
Perfect Surfaces. You stand on it, we stand by it.
So in 2019, we went and visited a crypto mining site. We looked around. I said to myself, there's got to be a better way. My name is Chuck Lecuyer, founder of CS Corporation, home of the IntelliFlex line of product. At IntelliFlex, we're innovators. We design, build, deploy, and operate our system. We designed a system that is very easy to operate. We have industry-leading operation uptime and efficiency. Our product are UL certified. Quality is what we do. Every piece will have their own power distribution system, their own immersion tank, network system, pump, fans. Our clients that we have all have something in common, and indeed they're looking for a high quality product that they could deploy as a modular system that is scalable. At IntelliFlex, our motto is start to finish.
Perfect Surfaces, Canada's leader in rubber flooring and specialty surfaces. From gyms to arenas, our premium rubber flooring is built to take a beating and keep going. Extremely durable, impact resistant, and engineered for high-performance spaces. Our floors are also non-slip, anti-fatigue, and easy to clean, designed to keep athletes safe and comfortable every step of the way. And we don't stop at sports. Transform your garage from plain to showroom ready with SnapGrid tiles. DIY friendly and easy to install, our garage floors handle cars, tools, and everyday life with ease. Step outside. Our interlocking deck and patio tiles bring new life to worn surfaces. Comfortable underfoot, slip resistant, and weather ready. Need more? We offer sport court tiles, playground surfaces, and specialty flooring solutions for every space. Whatever your project, we've got a floor for it.
Perfect Surfaces. You stand on it, we stand by it.
Would you look at that? No AC/DC to kick off a period. Okay. Maybe we got ourselves a new playlist at the Founders Cup. I don't hate it. I don't hate it one bit. Third period action coming up between the Mavericks and the Privateers. And if you've missed any of the action, let me get you caught up. Nova Scotia actually opened the scoring in this one. 55 seconds in, Cameron Waite was able to beat that of Alex Swan, who started this game in goal for the Mavericks. Then they answered back a couple of minutes later, maybe a minute and a half, and then went on a run of the next 7 goals in a row. Nova Scotia Then alternated goals late with Mountain View, who scores early in the third on the power play. It'll be another one for Mason Schroeder. So by the end of the first period, Nova Scotia trailed 8-3. A lower scoring second period, however. The Mountain View again got off to a quick start, scoring the first 3 in a row, and all 3 of those came just a little over 3 minutes in. Nova Scotia's lone goal came about halfway through that second period, and it came from the stick of Owen Cox. And now it's 12-4, of course, after the early goal here on the power play from Mason Schroeder. 2 for 4. The Mavericks are going to be on the power play after that one. Ryan Sardison leads the way for his team through 2 periods with 4 points, 2 and 2. Jordan Benko and Mason Schroeder. Well, Schroeder's going to have 4 points now with a goal, so he's also going to be at 2 and 2. But Jordan Benko, 2 and 1, good enough for 3 points. For Nova Scotia, Cohen Conrad and Ben McDonald, 4 points split between the two of them. 2 assists for McDonald, a goal and a helper for Conrad. Since coming into the game, Zachary Malcolm has made 19 saves, make it 20 after staring down a Maverick just a moment ago. And look out here, a couple of healthy slashes, and Nixon Boucher is fired up after that. Could have gotten ugly, but Boucher gets up and goes straight to the bench. Took an extra whack while down on the ground. Spark Psychology is proud to sponsor the Founders Cup as part of their mission to foster mental health, resilience, and personal growth for young people. Check them out, Spark Psychology. So if you missed it a moment ago, 2 for 4 on the power play. This, however, the 5th chance of the game for the Mavericks. Mitchelluk over to Schroeder. He'll score. 2 straight on the man up. Both of them coming from 34. And just 17 seconds into the power play as well. Ooh, just inside the post. Well, back to 5-on-5, and the Mavericks now 3 for 5. Oh, somebody in the arena liked that play. Defensive stick from Brendan Harnack. That's how they cheer after a block. How about that for a goal at the other end? Jacob Kennedy. A worm burner into the low corner past Brady Evanson. Telling you, every time you think the Privateers are just going to roll over, that's when they typically find the back of the net, as what I've learned. Oh, it goes between the legs of Evanson. Well, Jacob Kennedy. Good looking shot. Somebody once told me that the best shots don't leave the ground. I didn't believe them, but Jacob Kennedy shows off an argument for that side. And a bouncer. Oh, that's a beauty from Victoria. I know a lot of people say the low to high into the top corner is one of the prettiest shots in the game. Give me a sidearm bouncer. Oh, that's a beauty. Jace Victoria. Top left. Bounces midway through the shot. Yeah, that's a nice one. Mavericks answer right back. It's now 14-5, not even 3 minutes into the third period.
Assisted by number 24.
Back pass and a shot that didn't get through. Braden Sinclair is going to be credited with that block. And he's going to leg this all the way up the floor himself. Take a quick peek back towards his bench. And he's going to head there as well. Riley Benko off the pass from Sardiston. Now to the outside. Bosworth. Sardiston with it. Looking for his hat trick. Denied by the glove of Malcolm. Malcolm now up to 23 saves. And St. Hilaire went and set a heavy screen over on Steele, who did a good job to maintain his footing. Down to the crease, 5-hole scores. Is that Jacob Kennedy again? 2 in a row for him. And another one, 5-hole on Evanson. We saw one in their first game of the tournament, the Privateers, that is, from Carter Monroe. Pretty chill guy looking shot. Casual on the release. That's about as close to that goal as we've seen since. Maybe not quite as casual, but all in one step. This time it's Jacob Kennedy. Second of the contest. Turnover through the middle. Saved by Malcolm. Swept that left hand up. (14-6), the Privateers trail. Cox, does he want another? He'll spin and fire, looking low to the corner. Nice spin move from distance and a shot that bounces out of play.
Time of that goal, 15:57 in the third period. That's Kennedy. His second of the game, third of the tournament for McDonald and McKay at 15:57 in the third period.
Riley Benko wants to slow it down a little bit. Late change for the Mavericks. Steele's going to take it on that far side. It's a one-on-one with Declan Petit. Petit does a good job on him. Now Benko back again to the far side. 5 to shoot. They will throw a floater. That was probably 10 feet wide of the goal into the corner. Down low, 14-14 remaining. Nice pass again. It was almost a good look there for Kennedy, which would have given him a shot at his hat trick. Penalty on the play. It's going to go to the Mavericks. Privateers have a power play goal in this game. And it's going to be Sardiston heading off. 2 minutes for cross-checking is going to be the call. Well, Kennedy's on this power play, and he's got the hot stick as of late. I think I'm letting him shoot the rock right now if I'm Nova Scotia. And he parks himself off ball, was open for a moment. McKay backpedaling away. Usually it's Maloney running point. McKay's pass towards Kennedy is picked off. Here come the Mavericks. Short-handed, scores. Malcolm tried to stack the pads, but it just got through him. Arnett gets his second. Wrong side, too. Puts it onto the stick side of Malcolm, and the Mavericks get a shorty here. Still down a man for minute 39.
Mavericks goal, his second of the game, and second.
One more goal, though, from the Privateers, and they will have a new high in terms of goals in this tournament. Yesterday, they scored 6 against the Hunters. Obviously, they've matched that total. As Monroe sends it in deep. He's going to park himself in the middle of the floor. Stopped by Evanson. Mavericks love the transition game, and you're seeing why right here. They got some speedsters out the back gate. And plenty of them have that green light to get up and go, as we just saw from Jordan Benko. Speaking of hat trick watch. T doing a good job on his man, but the Mavericks keep it to the outside. Victoria scored that beauty earlier in this frame. Absorbs a check. Gets the ball over to that far side. Now it'll be returned. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice pass to the middle. Sarson was there. Check that. Sarson's. Oh, I believe I said Sarson's in the box. That's on me. 67, not 64. It's Andrew Murray. Sarson with that latest chance. Another fast break chance, short-handed. It's a 3-on-2, and it's a stick save. Nixon Boucher was there for the rebound. Runs into 2 Privateers, one hand behind him, one on his stick, and that low-handed swim move is a good one. He'll drive, shoot, and Malcolm makes a save. That would have been pretty for Boucher's hat trick goal, but he'll stay with a 2 in that G category. Collapsing defenses. We are back to 5-on-5. Remember, a win here for the Mavericks locks in the semifinal against Coquitlam tomorrow at 4:30 local time. The other semifinal is already locked in. It'll be the Hunters facing off against the Shamrocks. That'll be the nightcap at 8 p.m. Cody Jansen is going to have the call on that. I'll have the one prior between Coquitlam and potentially the Mavericks. Remember, bright and early tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. local time between the Queen City Kings and likely Nova Scotia. Off the post and in. Well, shoving me into a locker. Was that Ben McDonald? They got a new high at the Founders Cup. Now up to 7 goals. Oh man, that was from distance. Basically at the restraining line. Man, oh man, was that Zed Williams or Ben McDonald? Well, 15-7, 10:45 to play. Ben McDonald is one of those guys that can run an offense for this Nova Scotia team. Seen a lot of versatility in the way that he can play. So we just saw the perimeter game. Get him into the goal category and wrapped up. Is that maybe going to be a penalty shot, I wonder? Arm of the official goes up. It was a clear-cut break for Harnack. The goaltender's onto the bench. It's 6-on-5, so it looks like it's just going to be a penalty. Victoria to the outside. Mitchelluk. Shot goes off a stick and out of play. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Sardison in the mix. And survey says it's going to be a hold. Jack McKay taking a seat for 2 or less. Mavericks are 3 for 5 on the power play. This is their 6th chance. Schroeder has scored a couple on the man advantage, and he's in that same spot. Now with possession. Benko sends it down low. Schroeder gets another. That looks almost identical to his first goal of the game. Yeah, through a defender, past Malcolm. It's now 15. Check that, 16-7. Privateers will win a draw. Carter Monroe with it. McDonald is back onto the floor. Monroe wants it back. He gets it. Tucks his stick, spins into the corner. He goes airborne, and Evanson makes a big stop. There's a delayed call coming up. It will go to the Mavericks on a holding call against. And we're going to get a quick breather for the two teams and myself as well. So Privateers, I already mentioned before, they've matched and beaten their previous high in terms of goals scored at the Founders Cup. They got a new high yesterday when they put up 6 against the Hunters, now up to 7 against the Mavericks. Ben McDonald on that last goal has put himself now in the leaderboard for his team in this game. 4 points in total, 3 helpers before that goal a moment ago. Jacob Kennedy's got 2 and 1. Both those goals coming in this period. And Jack McKay also has 3 points, all of those being apples to his name. Mason Schroeder, well, he's got 4 goals, 6 points total. And Orion Sargison has the opposite of that stat line, 2 goals, 4 assists. Riley Benko up to 5 points as well. Going apple picking, up to 5 assists. McKay to run the point. Kennedy sends it back to McKay, takes a peek over to his right. Now backpedaling away, tries to drag his defender. McKay fires, stopped. Rebound in front, it's collected by the Mavericks, and then they're knocked down. McKay digs it out, it's a fresh 30. Feed down to the crease, shot off the right shoulder of Evanson. And that's gonna be back in. Mavericks don't like it. But Chris Bungie right there to let the official know, hey, you can't do that. That's what a captain's for. Kennedy to McKay. Room down low for Bungie. He's going to step through, and the shot didn't get through, but Nixon Boucher had a tough time. Did a little parkour, and in the motion of it, lost possession. Goes back to the power play. Just about halfway through. As that one stops right underneath the Evanson. There's been a few in this tournament that we've seen goaltenders get enough of, but not quite enough, I guess, as it rolls over the goal line. That one stopped directly underneath of Brady Evanson. Completely neutralized the spin of the ball. 35 seconds left on the Mavericks penalty. Low to high. Ben McDonald. Can't beat Evanson this time. Doug Free, a spin move and a shot off the end boards. Oh, what a drive that was. Finn St. Hilaire just can't quite finish off the play, but that was a good looking chance. Back to 5-on-5. Privateers will now be 1 for 4 with the man advantage. Saved by Malcolm, rebound collected by Benko. Riley, that is. Motion underway, Victoria with a nice move, but the ball was left behind. Benko, shot, short side wide. It goes high into the air. Benko runs a little interference and then takes it off the turf. Fake shot, pass down low instead. Sardiston couldn't find a lane to the goal from the end boards. Now a long pass forward is a good one. It's into the stick of McDonald. He's on his wrong side though. We'll do that full lap. Feed Kennedy. Now Monroe. Dish underneath. Cox back across the floor. Scores! Give him 8. A lot of perimeter work here from the Privateers. But when they do get to the interior, they make it count this time. I believe that was McGregor Mills on the finish. Goes underneath of Evanson, who is 6 minutes away from booking their ticket into a semifinal against Coquitlam. Some rough stuff between the benches brought a couple of oohs and ahs. Now Petit giving his man a rough ride near the Privateers bench. He's knocked down. And it's a turnover and a fast break or a breakaway for Cameron Wade as he'll shoot and score. Two straight for the Privateers. Old trusty 5-hole. You know, I personally was a D guy when I was in junior. And I tried to make it my goal if I had a breakaway, just shoot anywhere other than 5-hole. But the Privateers have had a ton of success at that spot in this game, so why not go back to it? And the Mavericks, I believe, just took another penalty.
His second of the night, scored by number 2, Cameron Wade. That goal is unassisted.
Privateers might get to double digits here. I made mention earlier that they had matched their goal total, or their highest from the tournament at 6. Man, they're not stopping here. St. Hilaire is parked down low on this power play for that quick stick if it becomes an option. Now Reiser missed, finds McDonald, and Monroe behind his back, one hand on his stick, goes well wide. And now it's another shorthanded break the other way for the Mavericks. Stick save, rebound, blocked.
The Mavericks will leave number 27, Kai Class, 2 minutes for holding the stick, time of the 95-22 in the third period.
Privateers still have 1:10 left on their power play. 4.5 until the conclusion of this one. Trailing 16-9. McCade out of the crease, a jumper, quick stick, scores! Get him into the double digits. It's 16-10. Just over the goal line. And was there a penalty behind the play? Or they waved it off? Oh, one official said goal. Well, the fans in the arena are getting a look at the replay right now. Okay, so it remains 16-9. I mean, that does look like the right call to me. It does look like the player's touchdown in the crease before it rolls over. Evanston did get a big piece of it. This is going to be the, I mean, again, I'm talking about the replay in the arena. We've already seen it here on the broadcast. Yeah. I say the officials got it right. Jace Victoria puts it down into the corner and directing some traffic. And Riley Benko's pass was picked off by Cameron Waite. Waite slows down the transition a little bit. I actually don't know if I've seen Killian Holloway in a while. Speaking of, there he is, running off to the bench. All right, crisis averted. Victoria with it again. Bit of a double shift as he was up on the last offensive set. Back for a short bit of defense. Sardiston tucks underneath the pressure, shoots, scores. Around the captain, Bungie. It'll be 17-9. Another one where I don't think Malcolm really saw this until it was maybe a foot away from him. Off the post and in, a perfectly placed shot from that spot too. Mavericks earn another face-off win. And if I am this Mountain View team, I'm thinking about giving, you know, the consistent O guys pretty well the rest of the game off here. 2 minutes away from officially punching their ticket into the semifinal against Coquitlam tomorrow. I want to make sure nobody's taking liberties with your guys. It's already a pretty banged up squad from my understanding, as everybody in this tournament is. And I think that's kind of the message over there. Just looking over, and I can see Cameron Wallace standing on the bench with his helmet more or less off. I'm likely shutting down Carter Mitchelluk at this point. Sardiston, I think, should have played his last shift. Probably Jace Victoria as well. Still awaiting the status of Jace Delinsky, who was removed from the game yesterday due to some health concerns. Of course, not in the lineup for this game, and rightfully so. Pancho finds Sardiston, who's going to go for another shift here. Riley Benko into the final minute. Down low, Sardiston. Backhand flip, looking for Victoria. Couldn't quite knock it down. Malcolm sets a heavy screen out of his crease. That allows Killian Holloway to shovel himself over the center line. Ben McDonald is up to play. Here comes Kennedy. goes off a defender and out of play. It's going to stay Privateers' possession. 22 seconds left on the clock. So in the first semifinal tomorrow, it's going to be the Adnaks and these Mavericks. As the Privateers score one more, 12 seconds left. They'll get that shot at double digits back. Owen Cox. From a tough angle, beats Evanson. Oh, just trickled over the goal line. Well, just to finish that thought, Coquitlam versus the Mavericks. That's going to be the first semifinal tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. local time. Before the second of two semifinals, 8 p.m. local time, it's going to be the Ganawake Hunters against the Calgary Shamrocks. The winner of those two games plays Sunday for the Founders Cup. Mavericks have given themselves a shot. It's going to be a tough test tomorrow against Coquitlam. But a chip and a chair, that's all you can ask for. Giving yourselves an opportunity, now go make the most of it. 17-10 is the final for the Mavericks over the Privateers. And that's going to do it for our final day of round-robin action here at the 2025 Founders Cup. Thanks for joining us, folks. Again, bright and early tomorrow morning, we're back at 10 a.m. is the start time for the game between Queen City and Nova Scotia. 1:15 after that, it'll be Seneca versus St. John. And then those two aforementioned semifinals, 4:30 and 8 p.m. respectively. Well, that's going to do it for today. For the entire crew here of BC Sports TV, Cody Jansen, cameraman extraordinaire George Parra, and Keith Gagne, of course. I've been Tino Farah, and we will see you next time.